It's now 11 o'clock. At the news desk, David Bellin.
2 men have been arrested and charged with firearms offences by police at the Conservative conference in Bournemouth. They'll appear in court in the morning. The men were stopped at a security cordon outside a hotel where several senior party figures are staying. From Bournemouth, David Koss reports.
Bournemouth police do not believe that there's anything sinister behind the incident. They don't suspect the involvement of any terrorist organisation. The 2 men were stopped this morning at a security barrier to the west of the Highcliffe Hotel in Bournemouth. Several cabinet ministers and top Conservative Party officials are staying there during the conference. Police have closed off surrounding streets, and the hotel, together with the conference centre, are inside a security cordon. It was on the edge of this that the 2 men were detained. The police say they're delighted that their security procedures have worked. Checks include photo passes and electronic screening, including explosive detectors.
The IRA say they were responsible for the killing of a part-time member of the Ulster Defence Regiment who was shot dead near his home in Dungannon, area of County Tyrone, earlier this evening. The victim, who's not yet been named, was in his mid-20s and was unmarried. French sheep farmers have seized a lorry load of British lamb and have begun burning carcasses. They're protesting about a slump in prices, which they blame on increased imports of lamb from Britain. The National Union of Seamen says it's reached an agreement with the Sealink management over the 500 men made redundant by the company last week. The union says all the sacked NUS members are to be reinstated on full pay. Sealink will only say that negotiations are continuing. American military officials say they believe there's no real danger of radioactive contamination or a nuclear explosion from the Soviet submarine which sank this morning. The Pentagon believes the fire, which led to the sinking, was caused by an explosion of liquid fuel on board. Well, that's the news. Our next will be at midnight. Now it's time for us to cross to Wembley for news of the first night's competition at the Horse of the Year show. And here's Peter Churchill.
Good evening and welcome to Wembley Arena on this opening gala night in aid of the Variety Club of Great Britain. And once more, the Horse of the Year show has worked its magic with a tremendous final for the major class of the night, the £9,000 Raffles Classic, with Britain's senior man, Malcolm Pyra, coming out of the middle of the pack to collect the £3,000 winner's purse. 15 came through for the jump-off against the clock, with West Germany's Paul Schockemoller scoring the first clear on his great Hickstead specialist Deister. But Sue Pountin, our former national ladies champion, came back nearly a second faster on her Ned Kelly. 3 horses later, Malcolm Pyra, world team silver medalist, European gold medalist, showed just why he is at the top, giving Anglezark a brilliant ride to cross the line in 32.88 seconds. Bar the shouting, as they say, it was all over. Malcolm Pyra, the winner for Britain, Sue Pountin second, and Paul Schockemoller third for West Germany. With that, it's good night to you from Wembley.